Hecate Demeter Kali Inanna, Isis Astarte Diana, Hecate Demeter Kali Inanna. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Hello everyone, welcome to Gaia's Temple. I'm so glad that you're here. I want to begin by acknowledging that I am on the unceded ancestral land of the First Peoples of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present. We all are. And we honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish Nation. Today we are continuing our theme of blessings, mothers and women in May, fathers and men in June, and now the kiddos in July. What better thing to do than stay focused on blessings, huh? I am so glad that you're here in the house or watching on our live stream, or even later when you tune into our audio podcast, because here is where we tend to our hearts and our minds and our souls in conscious community. I'm Reverend Judith Laxer. Thank you so much. I'm so honored that you've chosen to spend an hour or so of your time here with me in Gaia's Temple. So I'm going to ask Karina to come on up in just one moment after she welcomes these other people coming through the door. Blessed be people coming through the door. I know it's hard in the summer on a beautiful afternoon, but we're glad you're here. And Karina's going to come up and she's going to make a few quick announcements for us. Why, here she comes now.
Hello, happy Sunday, everyone. Okay, so just a few announcements. First and foremost, if you have a cell phone on you, please make sure it is set to silent so that we don't disturb the sanctity of the sacred space that we'll be creating for our service this afternoon. The next announcement is we are now looking towards Lunasa, the first harvest on the Wheel of the Year. And we are still looking for ritualists. So if you are interested in being a ritualist, you don't need any experience. It's just a great way to get to know the community and get involved in the community. Please come talk to me or Reverend Judith if you're interested in becoming a ritualist. We do have a planning meeting so that everybody who's a ritualist can help co-create the ceremony together, and that planning meeting is this Tuesday, July 16th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. And then the ritual, if you want to be a ritualist or just come to celebrate the season, that is open to anybody and everybody is welcome on Saturday, July 27th at 7 p.m. And we're at the Good Shepherd Center, which is just near Wallingford, behind the Wallingford Good Shepherd Center. There we go. We'll say it again. The Good Shepherd Center in Wallingford. And then I wanted to highlight a really exciting class that we have coming up. It's going to be hosted by Lou Cabine. Lou, put up your hand. So she is going to be offering a Dark Moon Labyrinth walk. Space is limited, so if you're interested in walking the labyrinth with Lou, that's going to be on Saturday, August 3rd at 7 p.m. There are details on our website, so please feel free to check it out. This is the second year that we've been doing it, and from what I heard from last year, it was fantastic. So please check it out on the website. We're looking for a volunteer to be our kitchen witch on our next service on August 11th, because I won't be here. So if somebody is interested in helping kind of volunteer for the community and give back to the community, please come see me or Reverend Judith if you're interested in coming a little bit early to help set up the kitchen and then stay a little bit afterwards to help clean up. That would be much appreciated. And as always, we have snacks and yummy coffee and tea for fellowship afterwards. So please feel free to stay afterwards. Thanks.
Okay, so we're going to sing a little bit, get the energy moving in the room. Welcome to those who have come in since we began. So Noemi, can you put the lyrics to Walk in Beauty by Karuna May up there? And I will teach it to you, and then we'll sing it twice through together. We sang it here last July, actually, so some of you might be familiar with it. And it goes like this. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Sing it with me. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. And then the element sounds like this. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirit higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky teach your mind how to fly. Let's sing that together. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky teach your mind how to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirit higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky teach your mind how to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirit high. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky teach your mind how to fly. And we'll end with the top two lines. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Beautiful. So we'll continue creating our sacred space now. So if you would, take a moment, close your eyes, go within, take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. And ask all the pieces and parts of you to come home now. So any part of you stuck in your past, projected into your future, distracted by anything that life is serving up these days, ask all of you to come home so you can be here now, fully present in this moment. And in that presence, take another deep breath. And as you exhale, begin to ground yourself to the earth by imagining a line of energy extending downward from your tailbone, down through the chair that you are seated in, down through the floor of the building, deep into Mother Earth. And feel as she opens to receive your energy as you send your taproot down deep and even deeper and even more deeply. It just drops easily down until it gets to where it needs to go for you to feel completely grounded and connected to our beautiful Mother Earth. And imagine now that that main taproot begins to grow smaller roots and rootlets that reach out, take hold, so that we are all deeply connected. And imagine now that those roots become porous and start to drink the energy of Mother Earth in and up. And know that what you are drinking up is her nourishment, her sustenance, her strength, her beauty, and most of all, her unconditional love. Feel as that love enters into the roots, into the main taproot. Keep drawing it up, up, up. Let it transfer over into your spine. Keep drawing it up, 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 all the way to your heart. And when the energy of Mother Earth finds your heart, let it rest there. Take another deep breath to make more room. We'll just hold the energy of Mother Earth in our hearts now. And in your mind's eye, look to the heavens and find the moon. And she is waxing in Scorpio, about halfway now, halfway toward full. And draw that beautiful crone moon, that beautiful waxing moon. Silvery, mystical. Draw her down. Imagine that silvery light pouring down from the heavens. Drink her in through your crown. Drink her down through your head, your neck. She is making her way into your chest and finally into your heart. And when she arrives once more, breathe deeply. So now the earth and the moon reside there in your heart. We're going to leave them there for a moment. Look to the heavens once more and find the sun. Golden and radiant, he is in Cancer now. And feel as that warming light, so protective, so loving, so life-giving, pours down from the heaven, and take him into your crown as well, down through your body until he makes his way into your heart, and once more breathe deeply when he arrives. So now we have the earth, the moon, and the sun safely held there in our hearts. And in a moment, I'm going to ask us to take a nice deep breath together and then exhale. And when we exhale, let's use our exhalation to push these three cosmic energies from our hearts straight forward outside of our bodies. Well, imagine it swirling all around us in this sanctuary, creating our safe and sacred space. So here we go. Deep breath. And out it goes. In this way, we say we have stepped between the worlds. And what is between the worlds is not affected by the worlds, but can heal and transform. And so we say, our circle is cast in perfect love and perfect trust. Blessed be. Blessed be. There you go. Everybody says blessed be. All right, we're going to sing in the elements now, so I'm going to invite Elizabeth to come up and light the candles as we go. And we start with Earth in the North. Spirits of the earth, carry me. Spirits of the earth, carry me home. Spirits of the earth. Noemi, the words go up for home. They're not there. Okay, great. Sorry. Spirits of the air, carry me. Spirits of the air, carry me home. Spirits of the air, carry me home to my heart. And to fire in the south. Spirits of the fire, carry me. Spirits of the fire, carry me home. Spirits of the fire, carry me home to my heart. And to water in the west. Spirits of the water, carry me. Spirits of the water, carry me home. Spirits of the water, carry me home to my heart. And to spirit in the center. Spirits of the center, carry me. Spirits of the center, carry me home. Spirits of the center, home to my heart. Thank you, Elizabeth. And now for the invocation, and the words will magically appear. Poof. That was my fault about not putting the slide in there with the words for the last one. Oh, see, there I am again, out of order. All right, so all together we'll read this invocation, shall we? Here we go. Great Mother, beautiful Gaia, the precious ground and being of earth, be with us. Artemis, protector of precious children, be with us. In all your beauty and wildness, be with us. Today we seek to reclaim our childlike playfulness, be with us. To remember a time before we lost our innocence, be with us. To free our minds and our hearts to love empathically, be with us. To return to curiosity and wonder, be with us. And to remember the blessings that we are, be with us. We gather on this fine day to be in your presence, be with us. Blessed be indeed. All right, so is there anybody who was born in the month of July here today? Any Cancers or Leos in the house? No? Oh, there is one. Awesome. Come on up here. We're going to sing. And I think the lyrics also go up there. And then we'll make a little bridge, and we'll have our birthday girl go down. And here we go. When you're magic, anything can happen. When you're magic, you're a shining star. Listen to the moonlight call your name. You know who you are. Believe in magic, let it carry you to wonders near and far. Love is magic, love is true, love is who you are. When you're magic, anything can happen. When you're magic, any shining star, listen to the moonlight call your name. You know who you are. Woo! Happy birthday, Jane. Happy birthday, Jane. How lovely. All right, we'll begin our podcast now. All right. So I want to start today by thanking Reverend Karina Frenzel for filling in for me last month while I took some time off. I just loved the service that she offered to our community, and I love her very much with all my heart. I can't begin to tell you what a relief it is to know that there is a wonderful, intelligent, articulate, and dedicated priestess that I can rely on to share a responsibility, a beloved responsibility, but a responsibility nevertheless, of Gaia's Temple with me. So thank you so much, Karina. Now, there are two things I want to address today, and the first one is the upcoming election. And I just want to say, in light of yesterday and the violence that we all witnessed and or heard about, that what I wrote next, I wrote before that happened. And so I thought, maybe I should rethink this. But then I read it again, and really nothing has changed about what I would say about this election cycle, except that peace is the only way forward. And gun violence is not. You know, I remember when I first joined social media in 2013, I had resisted it for so long, but my book was coming out in 2014, and I was told by my publisher that I needed to be on social media for promotion, and I was missing out on so much by not building a social media platform, so I followed orders, and I joined Facebook and Twitter, and I hated Twitter, so I never did anything on it. But I did actually come to enjoy Facebook, much to my surprise. And the book came out, and the next year was filled with fun posts and gathering friends and learning how to use the platform both for work and for my personal life. And then came 2015 and the election cycle leading up to 2016, and all the joy went out of it for me. The fighting, the nastiness, the trolls, and perhaps the greatest part was waking up to the fact that not everyone shared my morals and ethics and dreams and desires for our country. What? I thought everybody had. I still kept a presence on social media, and I still do to this day, but the joy and the fun of it had completely disappeared. And it remained horrible all during the Trump presidency, because it seemed all anyone wanted to do was complain, and rightly so, but still, the constant barrage of all the horrors and the circus of madness was like watching a slow-motion train wreck when you can't look away. So I'd get on the morning, I'd post something I considered either beautiful, funny, or inspiring, and log off as quickly as possible. And then when Biden became president, I breathed a sigh of relief, including for how I perceived that inciting an insurrection would surely mean that we had seen the last of our 45th president. I actually thought that. Fast forward, and here we are. The Supreme Court is stacked, no longer unbiased. The threat of Project 2025 looms, and social media is filled once again with content on the politics of the day. Now, me, myself, and I am astonished that a convicted felon is even able to be a presidential candidate, much less that there are so many people out there who want to see him reelected. Kind of blows my mind that so many people fail to see the threat to our democracy that I believe he clearly represents. But what I want to say really is this: if you are like me, walking with existential dread, carrying fear for our future in your heart, and worrying all the time about what is to come, I have a few suggestions. The first is to limit your time exposed to the media circus. Now, I do not for 1 minute mean that you should stay in denial about what is going on, because the risk of that is too great. But know this: the method of social media, and also of the news cycle, is to grab and keep our attention so advertisers make their money. And while we need to stay apprised of what is happening, capturing our focus and attention completely is not good for our mental health. Good for their bottom dollar, but not good for our mental health. I follow a blog on Substack called A Year of Mental Health by Chris Guillebeau. I think that's how his name is pronounced. It's very French. Guillebeau, Guillebeau. And in April, he posted about the upcoming election cycle, and he suggested the following. Start with this: peace begins with yourself. Be a better person. Regulate your nervous system. Cultivate your home life. Develop your inner world. Deepen your circle of true friends and real relationships. And then maybe do good for others in a non-performative way. Find some way to do good that no one else knows about. Something secret that you do that makes someone else's life better. When you do this, you'll walk around with a smile on your face for hours. Then move on to something like this. Read actual history, like books. Pick one thing to learn about and go deep. Or you can watch some free courses on platforms like Coursera and edX. But get the facts about history. Or possibly get involved locally. There's probably a school board near you that wants to ban books or something, and no doubt that will be infuriating too, but at least you'll have a real chance of doing something about it. And who knows, you might just meet your neighbors and discover that you don't actually hate each other. Now, I didn't agree with his last suggestion, which is to just avoid politics entirely and focus on something of beauty, because I think the risks to our democracy are too great to ignore. And the ones who want to keep the wool over our eyes are hoping that we stay sheepish. But I do agree that focusing on something of beauty is crucial to offset the ugliness that we are witnessing as politics progress. Are there beautiful things in your life right now? And if not, maybe this would be the time to cultivate them. Now, my final suggestion is this: find an unbiased news source. Not so easy. I recently signed up for 1440. It's an online daily that delivers what's going on in the world without talking heads offering their slant or opinion on what it means. It's so refreshing to get the news and nothing but the news. In his blog, Chris reminds us that the point of pundits, predictions, and polls is money. Billions of dollars are spent on advertising on these networks, these news networks, at the expense of us being emotionally manipulated. And I've seen how disheartening people works as a strategy. It makes them feel like it's hopeless, and therefore folks step out of the process. We cannot afford to step out of this process. We must vote in such numbers that there can be no questioning the results of this next election, and thereby securing our democracy. Now, listen, I know that there is a lot that needs to be corrected with the United States, and possibly that two-party system is a part of that. And we have much work to do, no doubt. But continuing down a path of denial and or apathy because it's not yet our ideal will not create a healthy and thriving democracy. Not to mention, we have global issues to attend to, like climate change, which affects us all, not just our nation. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now, I promise. But I wouldn't have felt right without saying my piece about how to keep our mental health intact as we move forward in the mounting tension of the day. Choose how much time you give to social media, get an unbiased news source, develop your own critical thinking, and don't give up participating in our political process. Thank you very much. Now, the second thing I want to speak with you about today is the blessings of our youth. And as I said, I thought it would be a good idea to bless the kiddos after blessing their parents over these last 2 months. So I want to remind us about the Greek goddess Artemis, the child-nurturing deity, the protector of young children. Known as Diana in Rome, Artemis resided in the wilds of the forests and was associated with the new and waxing crescent moon, representing the maiden aspect of the triple goddess, who is maiden, mother, and crone. And I like to think that Artemis's domain was the wildness of the forests because she, like children, is untamed. That is, until we tame those children. In this instance, wildness does not mean out of control. It means growing free and without constraint, like our little ones do. They, like the forest, just grow, as is natural. Now, many moons ago, we had a thriving youth program here in Gaia's Temple, but now all those kids have grown up. Some are already out of college. What? And getting married, and I'm still as young as springtime. I don't know how I do it. These days, the only child who regularly attends with her mother is not here because they're both on vacation visiting family, although there is one beautiful youth here named Roy who came, so blessed be that Roy is here. So because of that, I kept thinking, is this really a good idea to do a blessing on the kiddos when we don't even have a youth program anymore? Was this really a good idea for a service? And I kept asking myself that, but I was so reluctant to give it up. And the reason I was reluctant to give it up is because the child that we were when we were children is still alive and kicking inside of us. And we just grew up around them, and they need our blessing too. Now, most of us here have heard the pop psychology expression, the inner child, and that is the part that I am referring to, our inner child. Now, so often, even the mention of the words inner child is accompanied by a hefty eye rolling. Oh, the inner child. I'm astonished by this, but it shows us how ready we are to dismiss this essential part of ourselves. Or if we do some personal work to get in touch with our inner child, we think it's a one and done. Oh, I already healed my inner child. Why won't she leave me alone? Do you know any child that wants to be left completely alone? Do we just feed or bathe our children once? If they play for one afternoon, is that enough? No. And just like all our other relationships, we need to stay connected by tending to them. When we tend to our relationships, the benefits are amazing. The joy they bring, the depth of love can surpass our dreams. The satisfaction is so, well, satisfying. Recently, I saw a social media post, and this is why I still participate in social media, not nearly as much as I used to, but it was a post that said something like this: when you cry in front of a child, when an adult cries in front of a child, they don't shame you, they don't berate you or tell you to stop crying. They snuggle up empathically until the storm has passed. They offer comfort. They understand what it feels like to cry, and they instinctively offer what they would want in the same situation. Now, as we grow, as we age, as life tosses us around, as life happens and our needs are often or sometimes not met, as we lose our innocence and absorb the opinions and values and perspectives of others, as we are taught, our natural instinct to love empathetically diminishes. If our empathic love is spurned and we get hurt, we learn to curb it, to withhold it. But children don't know to do that yet. They come in wanting to love and be loved. They haven't yet learned to withhold. And this is the part of ourselves that we need to reclaim, the part that doesn't want to withhold our love. The part of us who was fully active before the world taught us to judge and withhold. The part of us that is generous with our love and caring. And now, Elizabeth Sanders is going to sing to us all about that.
He is an Arab, she is a Jew, and they don't care if that bothers you. One may be brown and one may be black, but when love is true, they don't hold back. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. She loves a she, he loves a he. They are thrilled to be who they turned out to be. One may marry God, one may marry poor. Curse all you want as they walk out the door. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Help them stay safe. Lend them a hand. Promise never to abandon them. Love them, enjoy them, and watch them grow. Kids have angels, and the angels know. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. We need more honest love. We don't always do that so well. If we can learn to love with open arms, well, only time will tell. But rest assured, kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love, gonna love, gonna love. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Oh, those kids are gonna love whom they damn well please. Kids are gonna love whom they damn well please.
Thank you so much. I just love that song. That's from a fabulous album by Holly Near called The Edge, and every song on there is just brilliant. So I'll ask you now to once more close your eyes and go within. I'm going to lead you through a brief meditation now. And so if you came in after we created our sacred space, go ahead and ground yourself to the earth now. And if you were here, then just reestablish your connection to your grounding cord. Find yourself deeply connected to the earth, because the more deeply connected we are, the higher we can soar. Breathe deeply. Now I'd like you to bring your attention up to your third eye in the center of your forehead. Imagine it just like this time, imagine it like a camera lens. And then imagine that you take the lens cover off and you look through the lens and you notice that it's very out of focus. Now in a moment we're going to focus that lens specifically, but just for now, allow it to obscure your vision for just a moment. Now of course, because of what I've just been talking about, what Elizabeth just sang about, we're going to use this lens to find our inner child. But before we do, I want you to know that when we focus this lens, it will be to come upon the child that we were when we were one, happily playing. Now listen, I know that not everyone had a happy childhood. In fact, a happy childhood is a rather rare thing. And not all of us have happy memories of ourselves playing wild and free. But regardless of your childhood circumstances, you did play somewhere. You managed to have some fun playing. Maybe it was with your favorite toy, maybe it was out in nature, maybe it was a group game at recess in school or with your friends or family. So we'll just trust that this is true, that somewhere along the years of your childhood, you had some fun just playing make-believe. Remember saying that? Let's make believe. Okay, good. So now in your mind's eye, reach up and adjust the lens until your sight becomes clear. And you can easily focus, and what you see of yourself is you as a kiddo playing and having fun. Now take a moment now to notice what you're doing. Is anyone playing with you? And if so, who is that person? Notice how you're feeling and what makes this particular activity fun for you. Why is it so enjoyable? What feels so good about it now? So we'll just take a moment, focus the lens, find yourself, and we'll take a few seconds to simply observe. Simply observe the kid that you were, happily playing. Good. Now I'm going to ask you, as your adult self now, to enter into that scene. Imagine that you are not just observing, but are actually there with the child that you were, playing along with them, and see yourself engaged in whatever the child you were was doing that felt so good. Play with that child now. And of course, in doing so, the child you were notices that you are there with them. And they come running to you. And they throw themselves into your arms or wrap themselves around you. If the child you were is a toddler or younger, pick them up. If they're older, simply hug them back. Take a moment now. Feel the beauty and love in this hug. There is no denying how happy they are that you have found them, that you've come here, that you're aware of them and are with them. And you feel the same way, happy to be with them. Not because of the play, but because you are consciously together. Your heart beats nothing but love for the child you were. And your promise is to make sure these kind of encounters are way more frequent, often, in fact. So there you are, in a hug. And now a very interesting thing begins to happen. It feels as if the child you were who was hugging you begins to kind of melting into you, until now they are inside you completely, and you are standing there with your arms wrapped tightly around yourself. You are there in wholeness, and you can feel your inner child right where they need to be, inside you, held within, cherished and loved. Breathe deeply to integrate this feeling, this knowing. And then gently let that image fade. Gently bring yourself back to this sanctuary. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back here. That melting hug is a good technique to use again and again and again. When we are in a healthy relationship with our inner child, our lives become more integrated. They become more fun. They become more energized. Our inner child brings curiosity and wonder, energy and verve, humor and playfulness, creativity and imagination, sensuality and pleasure. No one faults a child for seeking these things out, for behaving in these ways. But we somehow have come to believe that when we grow up, we must cease and desist. It's ridiculous. When we are in healthy relationship with our inner child, when we give them our time and attention, our behavior in the world has a better chance of being mature and appropriate. We all know and have seen adult people behave in childish ways, not childlike, but childish ways. And it's more than just not pretty. It can be dangerous. It can be harmful, ego-driven, and unnecessary. But adults that keep their childlike wonder can access their imagination and creativity for possibility in the future. They can be curious instead of judgmental and have an easier time expressing empathy, which we all know is the bridge to the deeper connections that we all crave as human beings. Empathy. As we do this, and to do this, we tend to healthy relationships with our inner child the way we do with all of our relationships. We make time for them, we give them our attention, we make dates and promises, and we keep them. Some will call this work-life balance. I like to call it work-play balance, because everything's part of our lives. So make sure you set aside some time to play. It's summer, for God's sake. Play. So to tie the two things together that I've spoken about today, by cultivating a healthy relationship with our inner child, we can access more playfulness, more laughter, and a sense of fun. This is crucial now as we encounter how serious things are these days. It's a great coping mechanism. All work and no play makes Jill a dull girl. All play and no work makes Jill a menace to society. We need to find and maintain this important balance. So, my friends, I'm going to ask the child within you to stand as you are able to receive the following blessing. So, if you would. Dear and precious one, you are greatly loved. You are greatly loved. May you easily receive and believe this truth. Thank you for all the joy you bring to the world, all the sweetness, all the beauty. May you be given the time and energy you need and feel blessed by that. May your strengths of imagination and wonder be fully expressed and your potential be fully supported. May you live into a world of freedom where you are surrounded by love always. Blessed be. You may be seated. Stop the podcast. So this is where we open up our floor for our community prayers. If you have a prayer that you'd like to offer, feel free to just speak it out loud and clear. When you are finished, say, "Blessed be." I'll ask you to really speak up so we can hear what it is that we are praying for. And I'm actually going to begin. I've had 2 prayer requests and one that I'm offering in myself. The first prayer is for Anthony Berente. Many of you remember Brianne Berente, who's a member of our community. And he got a job and they all moved to Boston, and he just lost that job. I don't know the circumstances of it, but he is seeking another job right now. And so the prayer is that Anthony finds right livelihood as soon as possible. Blessed be. The second prayer request was for Valerie Marshall, who is a partner to Patrick Corrigan. They're both congregants here also. She is grieving her cat Tasia, who recently crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and she's having a lot of trouble moving on. Not that we ever want to move on, but she's just really having a rough emotional time. So we offer up a prayer of comfort to Valerie Marshall. Blessed be. And the third prayer that I'd like to offer is for our friend Mansour. Mansour and Eve are not here today. He's been having a lot of trouble with his hip, and he needs a hip replacement. So he was calling an orthopedic surgeon to get an appointment for a hip surgery, a hip replacement as soon as possible, but he's in a lot of pain. And so we offer up ease of pain, comfort, and quick resolve for our beloved Mansour. Blessed be.
I want to offer prayer to my beloved husband, Seth, not only in this process of grieving for his mom who passed away last month, but he's also totally shredded his Achilles tendon and had to go through emergency surgery and is now recovering from that surgery, but continued prayers of healing so that he is back on his feet as quickly as possible and that there's no long-term permanent effects from this accident. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
I'd like to offer a prayer of hope for my father-in-law. He is in the hospital this weekend, awaiting MRI results and neurology visits because he's been having double vision for a while, and we're not sure why. So just a prayer of hope and comfort for his wife and child and
Blessed be.
I want to offer another prayer for my father, who is turning 87 on Tuesday. So, just prayers of thanksgiving and love to him as we celebrate this another year around the sun, and for continued blessings for this next year to come.
Blessed be.
I'd like to offer a prayer for our long dance community as we prepare to dance the crack between the worlds next week, and just prayers for deep connection to our past and future generations in the earth, and that we can stay clear and direct in our prayers.
Blessed be.
I'd like to offer a prayer for myself. I have a procedure tomorrow that includes a spinal tap, and that it goes well and safely, and that there's divine clarity in the result. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
To offer a prayer for myself as I am growing older and learning how to find myself and reconnecting with my childhood magic that was repressed in a Christian household. And during this time, I found my community and rediscovered my connection with God. Really simple.
Blessed be. May all our prayers, spoken and unspoken, be heard and answered. Blessed be. All right, we're going to pass the love offering baskets now. Oh no, first we're going to do our raffle first.
Did everybody get a raffle ticket?
Did everybody get a raffle ticket? Oh, I think we need one raffle ticket over there. So this is for free entry to our next Sabbath celebration, which will be on July 27th, Lunasa, the first harvest on the Wheel of the Year. And anyone else need a ticket? All right. This is for the happy person who comes to Lunasa. And that is number 886280. Woo! Awesome. All right, that's okay. What's your name? Ruby. So you just show, and we will know that you just come on in. All right, so I'm going to pass the love offering baskets now for your generous donations. Actually, a few things to say about that. If this is your first time here in Gaia's Temple, we as a nonprofit organization means that your donations are tax deductible. If you would like us to keep a record of your donations, then out in the narthex on the love offering, on the connection table there, is a little box, and in the back of that box are some envelopes. You can put your donation in that envelope and write your name on it, and then we will use that envelope again and again and again, alphabetized in the file box, so each time you come, on the way in, you can take your envelope, put your donation in it, and then put that in the basket, and this way we'll keep a record of your donations for you. And the other cool and groovy thing we do here in Gaia's Temple, because we're so cool and groovy, you know, is that we tithe 10% of what comes, yes, exactly, snap, snap, snap. We tithe 10% of what comes into our love offering baskets at the service to other nonprofit organizations, and today we are tithing to Planned Parenthood and the Seattle Center in particular. The health centers that will keep working to ensure you have access to the healthcare services, education, and access you need to control your body, your life, and your future. So know that 10% of what you put in this basket goes to Planned Parenthood. Thank you in advance. I'm just going to put this your way, and then I'm going to put this your way, and we sing, because we sing when we do everything. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother Earth. We are following your way. Thank you, Mother Earth. so much, everyone. Okay, so since we're thanking people, we'd like to thank our beautiful pianist, Kathy Sestrap. Our vocalist today, please stand up, Elizabeth Sanders. Woo! I'd like to thank my board of directors, Reverend Karina Frenzel, Noemi Chaparro, Tema Gotchberg, who couldn't be here today, Christine Steele, for all of your support and help in every way to keep this ministry going. And the tech crew back there, Sarah and Dane, thank you so much for your help keeping us virtual out there. We hope that you stay for the fellowship after the service. Please join us for our next service, which will be on August 11th. And my closing thought today is by Chris Taylor, and it's called Things to Remember as the World Dies. What I find so interesting about this is that Chris Taylor wrote this poem on January 1st of this year, and it goes like this. You did not come here to pay bills and die, nor did you come to build the fortunes of those destroying the earth. Imagine instead that you came to gather precious things, fallen from the pockets of the ancient ones as they fled the desert's march, each a reminder of something they pledged never to forget. Things like how to call birds by name with your whistle, which news to tell the bees, and which to share only with the moon, how to tell a parliament from a conspiracy, a colony from a convocation. Things like nature has no race or nation, class or creed, except when humans seek to deceive. Division designed to sever you from kith and kin and Buddha mind. Things like the antidote to oppression is not freedom, but belonging. The opposite of domination is communion. The medicine you need is always outside your door, and there's likely a wise woman 2 streets away to show you how to use it. These things are left to help us remember how each world before has ended, and how each death becomes a door to a new life, and how this world wants to take you in her arms and make of you a lover, and have you listen to the land, talk to the stream, find meaning in the silence of trees, the wisdom on the singing breeze. Listen a while to discover the right season for all the 10,000 things, the 99 names we use for our own divinity, how to share power so it cannot be captured by the vain and the greedy, how to step into the flow of life and make of the earth a common treasury of all beings, how to map the stars, learn the lesson of each constellation, and still know there is more in heaven and earth than any of us were ever meant to know. So fill your pockets as this world dies, knowing some of it will guide you to the next, and some will fall to the ground in time to be found by those who will bring the world back to life. Blessed be. All right, we're going to release the directions. Elizabeth's going to blow out the candles. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for your love. of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the water of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the water of your secret womb. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Spin me around. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you for your love. Please join me in a circle here. Let's all circle up. We'll sing our final song together. And I think the words, can we put the words up? Or we all know this song. And if we don't, we'll join in. Okay, so we'll make a long oblong. The circle is open and unbroken. May the love of the goddess go in our heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Thank you so much, everyone. Mwah! Thank you, thank you.